Peace, peace. Welcome into another episode of InDepth on Plus and Trust. I'm Mitch Brown, your host. We've got some good fellas with us this evening coming from Virginia. The band, the Groovemnt. Got a lot of good members in this band. Got a lot of good dudes as well. Let's go ahead and go down the line and introduce them. Let's start with you, Billy Mercury, on the vocals, on the pen as well. Tell us about yourself a little bit, man.
Well, it's D'Angelo Doze as the headline right there. I'm Billy Mercury, man, and just a professional groover. I don't know what that is, but I feel that's me. If I had to look it up, just a brother of the groove, man. And when I say of that, I just of the movement of it, man. Just the movement of music, an artist, father, husband, and try to be a good friend or a good brother, man. So yeah.
Let's go to Blake. Blake's got he's a creative. He's a true creative. All of you guys are creatives, but Blake, I mean, look behind him. He's got all this wood. He's got these posters and stuff. Yes, sir. Blake, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Currently, I live in Brooklyn, New York. So I'm a little bit far from my brothers now, but it's been cool. I've been able to like explore out here and kind of shift my influence. I've been actually like a professional model for the last, when I moved here, I just like pursued some things that just fell in my lap and it's been going. So I just been doing that for my money, and then all the free time I have, I'm producing music, making music. I have my own music. I got music with these guys. Yeah, so I play guitar. I play the electric bass. Whenever you hear that in the music, that's me. Torrin's got like the key bass. Yeah, so guitar and bass, that's what you're hearing when you hear that. Anything with strings, like, yeah.
That's what's up, man. Keeping your hands on just about any and everything there. We got to go to the drums as well. We'll get to Torrin in just a second. Chandler, dude I know well, spent some time with in the 7-5, man. Good to see you again,
man.
Bro.
It's good to see you too, man. Yeah, my background, man, I met Billy back in the day through Masego, who, Mitch, I know you said you had him on your show a while back. I played with Masego for a long time. Met Billy Mercury, eventually met Big Torrin, the boss, at a Masego show that we both played at. And we just started grooving, man. Started out as just jamming. We started booking some gigs, and I would say that of all the people I've played with, man, this group of guys, we have the best like creative fusion, man. When we get to work, and it's just like, it really just, it's something ethereal in the air that just happens, man.
And of course, you talked about Big Torrin here. We got him last but not least, keyboardist in the group. And, you guys talk about that chemistry. So, Torrin, you've been around for a while, man, in the music scene. A lot of respect as well when people talk about your name.
Oh, word to the motherland, and it works out in the game. Then we out here, baby. I'm grateful that we are able to meet one another. Me and Billy knew each other since like 10, 11 years ago, as far as like coming musical artists, blending that flavor together. Then we both did our individual thing. Then Billy had met Blake, and Blake was a guitarist. Then one day, all of us, me, Billy, and Blake, was just like, yo, we need a drummer. And just by the universe and God had all our minds, and we said, Chandler, you know what I'm saying? And Chandler, he was just like, he was down. When he mentioned about me playing with him at a Masego gig, Chandler, he was just real. He had this leather jacket on, and he had his
staple.
He was like, yeah, what's up, man? And I was like, yo, what's up, bro? And I was just like, and I would play some jazz on the piano. He was like, you sound really nice there. I was like, you sound nice on the drums too, bro. And it was just a respect thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so about all of us knowing each other by meeting certain places, then we formed together. It was just like a great cohesion overall. So.
And you guys just dropped one with the Groovemnt, 30-minute project, a little 7-pack for the people out there. And you guys talk about that chemistry. you hear it in the connection on the music, you hear it in the transitions. It just seemed like y'all were in unison on this project. How did it come about? When did you guys say, you know what, let's drop something? Obviously you dropped some visuals as well with it, but it seemed like y'all really kind of came into this and said, yo, I think we've got something here.
Project is cool. It's like it's actually kind of like a time machine for the Groovemnt. Like we would get up at my place in Virginia Beach. I used to have a house off Rosemont, and it was just like the perfect spot to get up. We could be as loud as we wanted. I had a whole big guest room that's like the perfect. It's crazy. It's like the perfect size to fit the band. So it was like I had it set up. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I just like bought a pack of mics, set mics up, and we would literally just get up. I would hit record and we would groove. And so the album is literally, a lot of it is bones, just from stuff in the minds from when we were genuinely just enjoying each other playing. And in post-production, we were able to turn it into something where you can, you know, push play and rewind it and learn parts of it and really groove with it. So it's cool. It's cool how it came together, and I think it feels organic because it was literally just us in a bedroom grooving, doing what we do, and mimicking how we do when we're on a stage with people, because that's how we kind of get, that's how we get our energy aligned, and how we get stored up for when we have shows and we just release it everywhere. And I think it's cool. It's just cool.
Blake, he had all the material on his computer, and one day Blake was like, yo guys, I'm gonna just mash all this stuff together. And so Blake got a big chunk of the production part on it. Like, it was just us, live music, live band. Then Blake, through the weeks and months, he would just send different tracks saying, yo, then we had like 7 songs, and it was like, whoa. And that's how that aspect came about. Absolutely,
man. The song The Aim, which is the one that we have the video for, which you can find it on Instagram. It's a vertical video. That song is a jam that it was years ago when we recorded that, and we were really just exploring the space and, you know, testing out Blake's mic setup. And we just hit record and started going. And I remember on that day, man, when we were having that jam, and if you listen to that song and the next track on the album, which is Lovers and Friends, you hear a lot of the same musical motifs and ideas in both tracks, because it was one really long jam that we just had recorded. And
you don't even realize, like, you'll just be spaced out, you'll just be driving, and you don't even realize, you're like, oh shoot, I'm on track 4, like, word.
Yeah, it's absolutely that. I remember the first time I heard the finished version of the songs that's on the album, I was blown away, man, because Blake and Billy really went in there, and I mean, all the lyrics, all the post-production that makes like The Aim specifically like sound like the way it does was done after the fact, you know. I mean, the instrumental aspect of it is captured on the day, and that's what I think that raw feel that gives it is really unique to our vibe. But I mean, these guys, man, Billy and Blake, you guys absolutely killed it in the post-process, man.
Yo, give each other your flowers, man. That's what's up. So how has it been for you guys? Because, I mean, you know, Torrin, you said you guys are a performance-based band, and now Blake, with you in, you know, Brooklyn, how has it been for y'all, you know, going through the pandemic? Because I'm sure, you know, you dropped this and you're looking at the spring of 2021 saying, okay, maybe we're going to be out here doing some shows, you know, who knows? But I mean, obviously, how have you guys kind of navigated not having as many shows as you would?
The buildup of not being able to play is like, let's start releasing content. And I think we want to go into more things other than music, but just content, which is perfect in a time where you can't have shows. I mean, you have live shows, and that might be another thing that we start talking about doing, but I think we want to go a route where we're entertaining our audience just as a group of individuals with different creativities and different entertaining humor. I don't know.
Can we give a shout out to Chris Schaefer, too? He has been really responsible for helping us roll out the album. He shot the video for us. He's an excellent director. If you don't follow Chris Schaefer,
Bro, he's a legend, man.
Chris
yeah,
Schaefer.
For a while.
Yeah, he is a real professional, man, and he has helped. I mean, you know, obviously the four of us have this great creative chemistry, but it's chaos. It's controlled chaos. But he's been really instrumental in being able to direct our passion for the art that we make, and we owe him so much, man.
Yo, keep giving the flowers out, man. I love that.
Yeah, especially that visual standpoint, because it's like, okay, we got this, you know, we grooving, making this audio, and like and even going there, it was like, man, all right, we're moving, and we're in the process of just recording around the mics. I mean, we already talked about it, but having him, Chris Schaefer, as a brother that can hear, you're like, oh man, I was feeling like psychedelic type of, you know, just wanted to take off with these grooves that we was making, but to have him capture it in a visual standpoint, and you know, certain characteristics that we carry by ourselves. It's like I tell Torrin this, I'm like, man, we amongst we like a team of titans, you know, and like heroes and stuff, you know, from even our colleagues and brothers that's in the groove. And when I speak of groove, I'm talking about that movement, you know, then like yourself or a brother Masego, you know, brother Drum, all these cats, man, Gabe, all these. I mean, it's a lot, but it's like, but in our circle and in our groove, we got these titans where it's like, you know, Blake doing this thing and Chandler Holt, and man, I'm giving the flowers, but I'm really not. I can expand upon of each one of us, man, you know, and what we've been carrying and what we be doing and representing. So for him to have that, visualize it, Chris, to do that, and even still giving the knowledge and dropping the gems of that, man, on how to be a better self and building like a brand or, you know, a sound. Because I really felt like we were not saying a required taste, but at the same time, I was like, man, this is one of those things where you say, hey, that's a vegan soul food ice cream game parlor. Oh, damn, I heard it. I ain't been there, but I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's dope. I ain't never seen that before, but I'm over there. So, yeah.
Just an example of that, man. And I guess, you know, Chris Schaefer, he has the same kind of chaotic energy that we do. Because, like, when we were shooting that video,
Goofy.
It was, he's super goofy. And when we showed up on set, like he had said, you know, bring any clothes that you got. And this was like such a quick video shoot, man. It's amazing how quick we shot everything versus like how professional the video looks.
How long did it take?
We did about a 12-hour shoot, and then we got together to do some pickups for like another 3 hours. So if you think about it in terms of, you know, time spent behind the camera, it's really not very much. But like one of the things that I brought, you know, I showed up with my drums and a couple outfits, and I brought this Jedi robe because I'm a big Star Wars fan. So I had like a very high quality costume level Jedi robe, and Chris automatically, man, he saw it and the piston started firing, and then he had this whole vision for a sequence that's in the video where we all took turns wearing the Jedi robe, and he, you know, we put in some stuff in the green screen behind us, and yeah, it was, and that was
the content we need.
Oh, it was so fun, man. Yeah, and there's some behind the scenes videos on the guys' social media feeds as well, where you can see us messing around. But yeah, that's the kind of creative vibe that I think we try to foster in our music, and also with Chris on the video end of things.
I mean, how much did the 7.5 kind of influence your guys' sounds or growing up, you know, in your music? How did that help with your creative process?
What? I'm from Norfolk, hot place. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. But no, I'm not kidding. I'm really, you know, Torrin, Chandler, Blake, and I think, yeah, especially us being from the parts that we're from, you know, and the experiences of 757. We was just talking about growing up with friends who thought Portsmouth was out of town. Much love. Or Virginia Beach was out of town. Much love, yo. But knowing that we were, dang, man, Bro, I'm gonna be going into parallels with your questions, man. It's like different pockets of, cause everyone in the squares right now is from Virginia, and it's like, you know, brought up here. Yeah, like really from here. And then, you know, you think about your history, that's from Virginia. You think about all the music it's like so much that's enriched around here.
I grew up, you know, I learned everything from like being in orchestra class. Like I was a cellist, and that's where I learned all the basics. I didn't start playing the drums till I was like 14 on my dad's old kit. But I, you know, talking about the 757, man, you know, I was from Chesapeake, right down the road. I went to Indian River High School. Shout out to Jay Farrow. And I didn't really come into my own as a musician until I hit the Norfolk scene and got to know, you know, like Masego, I met Billy Mercury. You know, you talk about, it's the Concept, who's a very talented rapper that Torrin works with a lot. But that, you know, I played gigs for like 7 years in a band. You know, we were playing at bars until 2 or 3 in the morning. But I didn't really feel like I hit a creative stride until I met the Norfolk scene. And that Norfolk hip hop scene is really, it's a tight knit community, man. Everybody knows each other. And I think from people that aren't in Virginia or the 757 specifically, you might not know, man, but it's like it's a hot spring of talent, man. It's just like artists are coming out of there left and right.
It is. I totally agree with that, man. And that's what I feel like the outside person doesn't understand what Virginia understands, because there's just, like you said, you got 757, you got 804, and you got Northern Virginia. There's been a star that's come out of just about all of those places. And even more so than just a star, you've got so many that are working on the underground and trying to work their way up, I feel like.
Absolutely.
When I met Billy, I used to carry around a battery-powered keyboard, and I used to walk around on campus with that joint, and I had a boom box, so I'll have one or the other. And me and Billy used to freestyle, and I would beatbox, and Billy knew how to like tap into like Ray Charles, Marvin Gaye, Bob Marley, Tupac, modern day stuff, you know, Aaron Hall, just New Jack Swing, and you know, things of that. And I knew how to play music like that, you know what I'm saying? As far as like tapping into a pianist doing that. So me and Billy, we would do a lot of those things together. Then when Blake was like another version of the expanse of different genres and styles we can tap into, but as a guitarist. And if I can go blues, Blake will go blues. But I'm talking about like authentic blues, authentic gospel, authentic rock and roll, authentic R&B, you know what I'm saying? Things like, it ain't no like fluff in that joint. And so Chandler would like go many directions when he plays the drums, then he can flip it back up and go right back to the center pocket. And I feel like that's what Virginia was, like a melting pot of all these different pieces of influences from we right in the middle of the South, up top, down south, Midwest, the West Side, and whatnot.
I'm all hyped because I'm up here like, this dude hit, like, yeah, he right. That's it. That's the truth. Because on campus, we was at Norfolk State. Blake and Chandler went to ODU too, and that's, you know, and it's like, Torrin always say Norfolk is, Park Place is the Mecca. That's what it's, man. I kind of agree. Norfolk is that Mecca for the grooves, man. I'm just keep it 100, man, you know. As
you kind of navigate throughout 2021, you guys have told me that you want to tap more into your creative side, and that just isn't about music. That isn't just about music visuals. Y'all have so much more under your sleeves, I feel like. How do you go about kind of developing that now? What's that process look like?
I think it all boils down to the group chat, right? We just have this group chat going.
Spilling ideas in the group chat.
The group chat is ridiculous. Yep. Yeah, it's like, definitely just chaos in there.
I feel like, you know, us as a ballpark, as the band, we all came together because we were individuals. And so when we come together, it's like, what's that joint from the Power Rangers when they get that big joint transformed together?
Oh,
the
Megazord or something.
Yeah, it's a Megazord.
It's like I feel like that energy when we come together, it just explodes. But as like individually, I know for myself, I like to, you know, keep it going. Like I produce for other artists as like me as a producer, like you know, then I do film composition where I'm doing music for a film, and then I do live performances still in the pandemic era where, you know, holistic communities and things like that. So, you know, I just while the Groovemnt may not be doing something physically together, but we still got the music out as an individual, I'm keeping that jank going. So when we all meet up, I feel like by us keep creating, we got new insight, we got new advanced thinking. So when we come together, the next project can just go even higher.
Absolutely.
Sure. What about you guys, Chandler, Blake? What y'all think?
I think it's definitely like what Torrin was saying, man. Finessing your own creative skills, like that's a huge part of it, because the Groovemnt is only as great as what we all can bring into it. Mm-hmm. And just how Torrin was saying, you know, with different musical ideas and genres, that's definitely essential to our sound. And what the way that we approach the art that we make. But it's also about that concept with all of us as individual artists. We all are into different things. You know, if you gave us, you know, an hour with a keyboard and a producing program, you know, we would come out with very different stuff. But when you mix all that together, that's what the Groovemnt is. So, you know, how are we navigating 2021? I think it's just trying to make sure that we're all growing individually, and that we are finding creative ways to still make content together. And you know, the pandemic does put a big hurdle in front of you, but the possibilities when you really get to brainstorming, the possibilities are still endless. There's a bunch of ways that we can get together. It doesn't have to be playing shows or releasing music or releasing videos all the time, and we're looking at a lot of different ways that we can try and really hone in on our content stream this year. And I think we have a lot of good ideas coming up.
The inspiration and seeing, you know, your brothers growing and keeping on, you know, like from film composing to modeling to working out, you like, shoot, let me get up early, start doing look at Big's or Chandler's doing the podcast, or, you know, about the movies. It's like, oh, this is what I want to check out. I know that I'm into this too. I'm into Star Wars. I'm into producing or writing for someone else. So like I see Torrin, it inspires me to do the same, or either I'm like, it even challenges me to like, okay, I can hear Blake singing on this. I can hear Chandler in the background. Maybe we need to start singing and playing. You know, Torrin is a piece of that, is singing and playing, and Blake is doing this thing, and Chandler knows he's singing also. And just like how we do with instruments, man, on like, you know, we can switch instruments. I probably go to drums, Torrin go to bass or guitar, and then Blake could Chandler go to guitar, and Blake could go to drums. So we be switching and understanding like, dang, yo, we can just keep on, like Torrin said, just keep going, and we'll triangle, bro. If we right here, the triangle right there, this the bass, and this the jank going up. All right, we all searching for this goal. We all gonna be there. Just keep going, keep growing, keep expanding, yo.
Yo, that's a real pyramid scheme right there, bro.
No
yes,
scheme though.
Exactly, no scheme. That's just organic chemistry, bro. I appreciate you guys for real. Everybody that we've had on the show has just been organic vibes, man, and you guys are no different. So appreciate the Groovemnt joining me. If you haven't, go stream One with the Groovemnt. Great album, just organic jams that they put together. It is great, and looking forward to seeing what y'all guys got cooking up individually and collectively. All love, fellas.